so this idea of selling either that future credit card receipts or some other asset sale is fundamentally, it's not a loan. So the provider of that capital is buying that future cash flow stream.
Correct.
And it's not a loan, it's an asset sale.
Correct.
Bob, from your perspective, when you hear it kind of defined that way, you come from a bank, I think years ago you were a banker, and you spent the preceding years thinking about SBA lending. In the end of the day, that small business is acquiring capital either from an SBA lender, a bank, a non-bank lender, conventional products, other capital. Do you see that? Give me your perspective on that distinction that Sean drew, which is an asset sale, it's not a financing vehicle.
Well, I don't know how much you want to get into the weeds. Sean and I disagree with this, of course. Walks like a duck, talks like a duck. It's a duck. It's a loan. And I understand there's legalities, and I understand there's attorneys out there, but it's a loan. And the reason why that's important for the people in this room is there's a senator from Massachusetts called Senator Warren who's taking a very close look at this. And if you are making your money on your loan referrals, this type of transaction, that's going to be problematic. So it's a loan. Senator Warren doesn't care what you call it. It's an advance capital to Main Street, and she wants to make sure that the industry can defend 100% plus APRs. And that's a pretty tough hurdle that needs to be addressed. So all I'm saying is that for your loan brokers, choose your MCA companies wisely. Sean, I would say choose the companies that are, quote, inexpensive and don't get your customers in debt traps. That's
Sean, you want
to respond, Sean?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, Senator Warren, I think, is primarily focused on consumer transactions, and the CFPB is really her brainchild, and they're primarily focused on consumer transactions, although they are trying to get their way into business lending too. But I think at the end of the day, it's unfair to say that MCA transactions have a 100% APR, right? Because one of the most important features of an MCA is that there's no fixed time frame. So if you give a restaurant $10,000 up front, you're going to be taking a percentage of his future sales up until he reaches that predetermined purchased amount. Now that can take 3 months, it can take 9 months, it can take 18 months. Sure, you can make projections, right? But APR deals with actual time frames, right? So you can't put an APR when you don't know what the time frame is. So I don't think it's fair to say this is an 100% APR transaction. It's really just a purchase of future sales. And the MCA company, they're taking the risk that the merchant will go out of business, right? They're not personally guaranteed. And so they're unsecured. And so I think at the end of the day, there's a lot of reasons why some of them might be expensive, other than, just for the sake of it.
But Sean and I get to go to a meeting.
Because at some point, I think people will definitely fall asleep.
The only thing I want to say is Consumer Finance Protection Board is coming into small business lending. They definitely.
Well, just to add on that, if they do, it's because of Section 1071 of Dodd-Frank, which gives them the ability to collect data on small business lending. Now, coincidentally, that affects probably everybody in this room. They actually said it's a small business finance institution, which they defined as essentially anyone engaged in business finance, whether you're referring the agent or you talk to the business owner at some point in the transaction. Everyone will be subject to data collection, have to report information to the government. That's probably that.